Most people don't tell you this when you start YouTube. They talk about creativity. They talk about opportunity. They talk about growth. But they don't talk about the jungle because YouTube doesn't feel like a platform once you're inside it. It feels like an ecosystem, wild, restless, and strangely indifferent. One day you gain a subscriber. The next day they're gone, and you're left wondering what you did wrong, or whether you did anything wrong at all. Subscribers come, and they go, quietly, without explanation. And if I'm honest, that hurts more than we like to admit. Because every unsubscribe feels personal, even when we know it probably isn't. It feels like rejection, like being found wanting. But here's what I've begun to realize. YouTube isn't cruel, but it is unsentimental. Viewers are overwhelmed. They scroll through hundreds of videos a day, so their loyalty becomes thin, not because they're heartless, but because their attention is exhausted. If you don't immediately meet a need, stir something, or say the right thing at the right moment, they move on. No explanation, no farewell. And that's where it starts to feel like walking on eggshells. You start asking yourself, what do they want? What should I change? Who do I need to become to keep them? And before long, you're no longer creating, you're performing. That's the danger of the jungle, because in the wild, only the loudest, fastest, most aggressive seem to survive. And it's tempting to believe that strength on YouTube means becoming harder, sharper, more sensational. But I don't think that's true. I think the jungle doesn't just test content. It tests identity. It asks, will you chase the crowd, or will you keep your voice when the crowd thins out? Because the truth is, most viewers were never meant to stay. They were passing through, and the ones who leave aren't always rejecting you. They're responding to overload, distraction, or a change in season. Still, it stings. Especially in the early days when every number has a face, and every loss feels loud. But maybe survival here isn't about being the strongest animal. Maybe it's about being the most rooted. Because performers might grow fast, but voices grow deep. And deep voices don't always gather crowds quickly. They gather quiet listeners, the ones who stay. So if you're a small creator, if you've watched numbers rise and fall, if you've wondered whether you belong in this jungle at all, you're not weak. You're not failing. You're being tested, not to see how loud you can roar, but to see whether you'll keep speaking when the noise dies down. And if you do, you won't just survive the jungle. You'll become a place of refuge within it.